time to move on. Put this behind me. That day is gonna come. I'm breaking the walls down, one by one. Nothing can stop me. That day is gonna come. That day is gonna come. That day is gonna come. You know I believe it. That day is gonna come.
The last time Australia and India met, the stakes were enormous. A place in the World Cup final was the prize, and it was Australia who took it, going on to win the tournament at the MCG. Today they were in Perth for their first of 5 one-day internationals between the top 2 ranked sides in the world. The toss was won by MS Dhoni, and he decided to bat first. 3 debutants playing: Barinder Sahn for India, Scott Boland and Joel Paris for Australia. India to bat then. Here's what happened.
Nice piece of timing. Wide mid-on for a couple.
Yeah, the wicket looks a little bit tacky. It's been a bit of rain here this morning in Perth early, and then clouds lifted and then it rained again, but I think the wicket looks a good one. I think it's going to be a true bounce, true carry. Won't be overly quick. I think it'll probably get quicker as the game goes on.
Straight and played beautifully. Might have hit that one better. Normally very fast the outfield here at the Wacker, and that's going to get there. Good start for Rohit Sharma.
Lame start for Hazlewood. Medium fast at best, full and on leg stump. Or on the pads, it was more middle stump than leg, which makes it a great shot. Certainly ready for a Sharma.
And just no swing. I think Josh Hazlewood's trying to float the ball up there to try and get that gentle outswing away. The seam was a little bit scrambled. The first 2 balls haven't been right for Josh Hazlewood.
That's off the pads. Was there some bat attached? It's a leg by, but it's 4 more. Untidy start for Australia with the ball. That's off the glove and over the top. 4 more.
I love the idea from Hazlewood. Just got the line a touch wrong, bit leg side, but it could have been so much better. Just a little lesser deflection. Glove and bat. Wade couldn't do any more than that. He has got some power.
Jack in a box, isn't he? Just to watch how he springs up here. Good effort there from Matthew Wade. Good bumper too. Josh Hazlewood right in the money.
Beautifully struck. And that's going all the way. Gee, he looks in good touch, Rohit Sharma.
He's been so willing to play at the short ball. Hazlewood gave him a taste last over. He got it up and over the keeper's head. Streakily, this one straight out of the middle. Looked like Joel Paris gathered something that was going to be a slower ball, but ended up not going with it. Certainly disappeared, whatever it was.
Onto the concrete race too, which could assist with reverse swing later on, but he's got that out of the middle. He's creamed it for 6. There it goes. Crunch.
Beautifully played. Top of the bounce. And that's 4.
Even David Warner won't catch that one. That's raced away off the turf. Just beautiful timing there from Shikadawan. Just the length. Now Shikadawan to get on the front foot. Beautiful timing, extension. His hands through the ball. Shot.
It's nicely bowled.
And that's the length. And it just seems that when Josh Hazlewood gets that length right, the ball does swing. Just have a look at the length there. Perfect length. Good pace.
Darwin completely lost his shape. Dive back in off the seam. And no fine leg, but it's gone square enough and it's out. Very good piece of bowling, even better piece of captaincy. India have lost their first wicket.
Well, he got the bouncer right, so Josh Hazlewood bangs it in. Shikadawan attempts the pull shot. Gets a top edge. Goes up in the breeze. Mitchell Marsh, big hands, big man. Takes the catch. Josh Hazlewood gets his man. India lose their first wicket. It's 1 for 36.
There's a good example of how he uses his hands, different to a lot of batsmen. Probably quite typical of an Indian batsman, Sri Lankan player. They use their wrists in a lot of their shots to the onside. So he just works it, still with a vertical bat, but just look at those hands, get through it and flick it to the onside and find the gap.
And then I think is the key to batting in one-day cricket and certainly T20 cricket is your ability to rotate the strike. So he doesn't get bogged down there. A real, should say, a robotic player might have hit that to mid-on and thought, oh, you know what, that's a beautiful shot. Whereas Virat, there as he goes again through mid-wicket. I mean, that's just absolute class. He's played with a straight bat and he's flicked him through mid-wicket with the utmost of ease.
Got there quickly. It was just a little bit fuller here from Paris. That was the mistake he made. The ball before, a bit shorter. But it was the length that allowed him to really climb into it.
It's the balance with it, isn't it, with Virat Kohli? When he's balanced, he looks such a good player. It's in the air slightly, but he's found the gap again. Look at Warner go here. Will he get there? No. Gee, tried his best. Wasn't quite good enough in the end. Gee, it's a good effort. Another boundary though. It's 10 bowled, 1 for 52. Well, that could be 4. The placement's the key there. Try to hit it too hard, but there's a big gap between mid-on and deep mid-wicket. Found it beautifully. Marsh to continue. Oh, that's 4, is it? Yes, it is. How about that, the placement? There's the tiniest gap between, I think it's George Bailey there. It might be Paris or Boland there at mid-off, and he just dissected them beautifully.
Well, we're seeing a strong orientation to the onside, but here we go, classic. Straight through the line, it's nothing more than a punch. Threads it through Kohli. And this is a bit of a batting masterclass starting here. This partnership, 31 from 33.
And Kohli continues. Could well be 4 more. It will be. Once again, the placement's there. And that timing.
And the Indian support in the crowd are loving it. There's a real fanaticism when it comes to India and cricket and cricketers, and Kohli's the man.
Well, look at that. That's gone back past the bowler before he had time to react. It was a really good over up to the last ball. 15 gone. 1 for 78.
That's a very nice 50. Rohit Sharma's played some of the finest innings in one-day cricket all around the world in the last couple of years. And he looks set for another.
Australia haven't been able to contain him. Even that last ball, he was expecting it to bounce a little higher, and he was up and then dabbed it for a single. Got off strike.
surprise, I think, from Faulkner. You don't expect the short pitcher from him.
And pretty short too. He's lucky to get a top edge on that. Had to search for it or reach for it. So about badge height on the helmet. Banging in. Look like a cross seamer. And a healthy edge.
Big. Rohit Sharma's taken it high in the air, and it's got enough on it.
It's gone a million miles in the air. Nearly taken out security as well. It's a big bat. He probably got a little more elevation than he wanted, but it's carried the whole way.
It must have been, when he first hit that, I thought David Warner, who was at mid-on, may have been a chance of getting hold of this. In the end, it's gone all the way.
No straight boundaries. Just wonder if they'll be targeted.
Like that. That's exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah, it's a flick, isn't it? He comes down. He did that so easily. He didn't try and overhit it. You don't have to straight. Get enough on it, and it'll sail into the crowd as that one did.
Especially he's got a nice little breeze straight up over his left shoulder, Rohit Sharma's, to help that shot.
Catch! In the air, but into the gap and hit really hard.
That's a good boundary for Kohli. It's taken 13 overs from the last boundary to that one. And you just felt for him he was losing a little bit of momentum.
Rohit Sharma again just proves his quality, his class, and that shot there is a very, very difficult shot to play. He just opened his face to the bat and he's just run it over where first slip would have been. And yeah, it's the 150 up in the 30th over. Goodness, they've started beautifully, these two.
The option against this ball is a big flourish across the line, but he decides to sway and glide. Is that top edge? It is. It's probably top edge-ish. Geez, got some timing on it. Virat Kohli goes to 55.
If you're going to go to 50, you might as well do it with a 6. It's flown off one of those thick edges. These bats that are almost the width of or the thickness of a stump.
Slashed in the air too, over the top of backward point and into the ruck. Mitchell Marsh is in the attack and disappearing.
Just a tad short, but more importantly a tad wide. It's a long boundary out there too.
Will he go over the top? Oi! And if he does, he doesn't need half a key to go on it. And the form he's in at the moment, it's a very, very much a 50-50 strategy to bring mid on and mid off up, and he's engaged with it and he's gone with it.
He's 3 short of 100. This is a guy who's made 2 double hundreds in one-day international cricket. One of them a 260 odd. So he knows how to bat big and bat long in the one-day game.
Oh, nice tickle.
We've been like fans here in the commentary box, all of us trying to predict what the score will be, and it ranges from 307 to 350 at the moment, with different opinions. The kind of fielders everywhere.
Glides it for his 900.
Performance and a good example of how you can maneuver the ball when the bounce in the pitch is true.
Tries to go onside, gets a fair bit on it too, all the way. Oh, good grab too. A one-hander in the crowd.
It's a good snare. And that brings up the 200 for India. But a great catch in the crowd. Tell you what, he got a big piece of that. Moves to 110 now, but just the length allowed him to get underneath it. Full bat swing. And a very nice catch.
There it is. That's more like it. Not quite all the way this time. We've got to see more of that. We've got to see more of that in the next 10 overs or so.
Well, this is the time now where they can launch. That's for sure. And before they get that 5th player out in the outfield, this is an opportunity now to try and get some big shots down the ground. Keeping in mind too that they're using a white ball, brand new white ball from each end, so only a maximum of 25 overs old per ball, so the hardness is still there.
Mid-on, mid-off, still up for Sharma. It's fine. It could be 4 more. Will be 4 more. Is this the big over? Is this the launching pad?
That's good batting. Soak up 133 balls and you get to 119. You may as well be the man to go. 2 4s in a row. Firstly, a really nice strike down the ground. Nice batting shape and got the hand through the ball, and this one just tucked onto leg stump. Not a bad ball.
Here's that in the gap. 4 more. Good over. 12 from it. Good for an Indian point of view, that is. Rohit Sharma's on the move. 1 for 216. Oh, that'll be 4. That's absolutely smacked through the offside.
Well, so here we go. This is that left hip cleared and gives you access to the full ground. So when you get something of the length you like, look at this. Out goes that left hip, and you can hit that ball anywhere you like.
Now over cover. Quality batting. 4 more.
It's great skill. And this is what's learnt in the T20 game. When you've got as much talent as this bloke has and you're regularly exposed to having to score at 10 to 15 and over, you learn the technique of doing it. The short ball, he was able to get himself clear enough to hit it. Now he gets something fuller, but he accesses the same part of the ground.
Smashed, but straight to the fieldsman. Aaron Finch, very good pair of hands. Doesn't drop many. That was nicely struck from Kohli, but he picked out Aaron Finch, who saves 6 and dismisses the heir apparent.
Yeah, good selfless play too. He could have just noodled it around and got himself to 100, but that's not what his team needs. They've got to go big from here, India. Oh, that only just plopped in too. Finchy down on the boundary there. Got the high part of the hands, doesn't matter. Very well played. 91 from 97 for Virat Kohli. And he's got to go.
Heaves that away. In the gap, that'll be 4. A bit of a cry of catch from James Fulton. It wasn't too far from fine leg. Dhoni's come out swinging.
Over his head, it'll be 6, and that's what Dhoni does so well. That's why he's come up the order. Faulkner can't believe it. He thinks, yes, you beauty, I've got him to hit it right where I wanted him to. Fielder's there, everything's right, he's right on the rope. Oh, hang on, he's not in the grandstand. That's what it was like. Wasn't sure that he got it out of the middle, but he certainly did. That was low, that was hard. I thought it was going to be taken there. Oh, there's the ramp. Don't you love it? Don't you love those shots? Incredible stuff.
Absolutely beautiful. The modern game. He's changed his angle. He's come around the wicket. He's thought, I've got a fine leg. My third man's up. There's no ways he'll go that way. And what he's done is he's just used the pace and just played one of the most beautiful shots that you can play with that angle. He's just used the pace. A lot of people might think this is a dangerous shot, but to flick of the wrist, it's a straightish bat, and he's just clipped him and used the pace. Oh, as Rohit's just gone massive over mid-on here. Scotty Boland must have missed his mark by a yard. And Rowett's picked the ball up and hit it over Davey Warner at wide lock on. A lot of pressure on Scotty now. He's gone for 1, he's gone for 6. But this is what he was brilliant with last week in a Big Bash game. So I'm sure he'll get himself back in here and hit the hole.
Well, attempted Yorker. Welcome to international cricket and the Indian talent. He got perfect elevation. He's 149, Sharma. And make that 150. One of those classy knocks you'll see at the Wacker. A great start to the series, Rohit Sharma. This one will go for 6 as well. Can you believe that? That's hit low on the bat. Into the stand.
Unbelievable power from Rohit Sharma there, because actually a very dangerous ball and one of the hardest balls to hit is the low full toss. And he's just picked it up beautifully, got under it, got his 1 word out, and he's just driven it down with a little bit of a draw.
Oh, good take, yeah, that's a really good take. And it's Boland. He's just finished an over. He'd be thinking about a couple of bad deliveries, and then he's able to take off a beauty. His first catch at this level. He'll stay on the highlights reel for the whole of his career too, I reckon, this one, because it's a ripper. Donny smashes it flat, thinks he's got it past Boland, but he takes 2 steps and gets it in his right hand. The days of the fast bowler fielding in the ring and doing that are now. Top effort, the 3rd wicket's down for 286 with 10 balls to go. And that's the first ball. So Faulkner back over the wicket to the left-hander, and he gets pumped down the ground. And he goes straight over the head of Wade. It wasn't planned to go there. I reckon that sailed for 6. That is a top edge. I'm backing a 6. We'll make that 7 sixes.
Unbelievable. Absolutely incredible that a ball can travel that far at that angle with the shot that he plays. Has it carried? Has it carried? Oh, just bounced in front of the rope.
Oh,
stiff.
so
stiff.
Close. it half volleyed the rope, didn't it? Didn't hit the rope. If it hits the rope, you can 6 still. Has it hit the grass before the rope? Yeah, it's hit the grass beforehand, so just inside. It's 2 less than Australia thought they were chasing, but there's the 300 for India. Having another look, whether it's 302, they'll stay at 300. It's a boundary. I like the line of the ball. It was wide of off, but he's got to hit the pitch. You've got to get your Yorker. Don't make it a full toss. Get it down. Oh no, not the low fully, not another one. Not the low fully.
Oh, that's gone miles. Caught in the crowd, I think. But yeah, it's just incredible. He misses his mark by literally a couple of millimeters, centimeters possibly. And Rohit Sharma, with the form he's in, the bat that he's just got on screen there now, manages to produce yet another beautiful straight 6.
Oh, don't change the bat, even if it's got a little crack in it. We'll just bend a little bit more, give you a bit of flex through the shot. He hasn't missed any of those. It's like a baseball shot in the end. It comes on the full. You've still got to get under it and hit it somewhere near the middle. Final ball. And a good one. There's the Yorker. And that will complete the innings for India. A sensational start to the one-day international set of 5. It's 3 for 309.
Virat Kohli has featured in 7 double-hundred partnerships for India, more than anybody else. But Rohit Sharma was the star of the show today. 171 not out from 163 balls, propelling India to 309 for 3. Sharma thought the pitch was a little too paced. Those bowling figures don't suggest that, although Hazelwood came back well from a poor opening spell to finish with 1 for 41. Faulkner 2 for 60. After the break then, we'll see how Australia got on, chasing 310 to win.
Oh, he's almost chopped that on. Bit of luck there for Finch. It's the first boundary for Australia, but a fortunate one.
Yeah, Finch won't be too disappointed. Chop on for 4. But certainly living on the edge.
It takes a while to get going, doesn't he, Aaron Finch? He tends to just plonk that front foot down the line of about middle stump. And early on, it doesn't move much from there. He just plays the ball on the length after that. Oh, that's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant from the big quick. That came back like a rocket and he's hung on to it.
Gets a wicket on debut, and what a way to do it. He's crunched that ball straight back at him. Have a look at this. Absolute match awareness. Superb catch. Aaron Finch departs. He faced 11 balls, gets 8. And Australia, 1 for 9.
A long way across there, David Warner. He's got it away from 4, but I reckon that's off about middle stump. This big, tall left armour is worrying the Australians. He's not overly quick. He's around mid-130s, but it's just the height that he comes from.
Yeah, quick enough, that's for sure, but I think you're right, Mark Taylor. That was definitely plumb if you missed that.
Kumar.
Out. Good bowling from Schramm. He's got both openers. Finch and now Warner.
It's game on here at the Wacker. 2 for 21 the Aussies, and David Warner shelled one straight to mid-off. Schramm gets a second, sprays him on the way off too. David Warner just to get his balance there. He's pumped. Come on, he says. So the danger man, David Warner, departs for 5. 2 for 21.
Haven't they got some work to do, these two? Yeah, a very different stance now, hasn't he, George Bailey? And he's out first ball, has he? Down the leg side, big shout. Oh, not out. It's umpire Kettlebrook. Certainly a noise, it was a deflection. Maybe thigh guard.
Let's have a look. I think thigh guard. I reckon that's glove. And once again, there's no DRS. Yep, he should be on a hat-trick.
Oh, there it is. Oh, wow, no luck there for India, for Barinder Schramm. What an over. 1 wicket, 1 maiden, and he should have had another one.
And Bailey hitting that one nicely. There's a stutter. Trouble. And Smith gets home. The fielding needed to be a little bit better.
But the good thing from an Indian perspective is the pressure that they are creating from their fielding. I know that we spoke a little bit off air earlier about the energy that this young Indian side brings in the field. The change in guard from the Tendulkars to the Laxman. I mean, that was close. That was out. Gone for all money if you'd got the throw on at the stumps or anywhere near MS Dhoni, that is for sure. And that would have been a huge wicket for India.
Drags that one down. There'll be a couple here for Bailey. It's again that high bouncer that's well controlled. Just having a look at this stance a little bit more. Just the way he's shaping up is unusual. If we just try and draw a sort of a line across there, he's very much shaping up to cover instead of most batsmen line their feet up so it's down the pitch in that manner. So it's really unusual. This time he finds the gap. Yeah, that's the perfect movement. The way he faces up, that's where the movement helps him.
Yeah, I think that's an area where you shouldn't be bowling to George Bailey with the stance that he's taken up this season. Gives him a natural flow of the bat, natural flow of the arc of his hands being able to press all the way through the ball. His feet already start in that position. So it's happy days for him, and you'd want to correct that pretty sharpish, or else he'll score pretty quick in that rear area. Good pull shot there for George Bailey. Lightning fast here, the vacuum as they call it here at the Wacker, and the ball trickles over and brings up a very welcome four for Australia.
Oh, yeah, this one's better. Don't bowl there. So he's straying a little bit too short. Thrown on these two occasions, and he's been punished.
Even with the closed off look, it hasn't stopped him being able to pump some really nice pull shots 2 in a row. This was better. That was the first one. That's a better shot right. That's right out of the middle of the bat. Great place to play the pull shot here in Perth.
Goes straight down the ground again. Beautiful swing of the bat. That's his area. That's where he hits the ball. That's what we've been talking about. He goes down the ground for a well-needed maximum. Pressure on MS Dhoni. Pressure on Rohit.
Yeah, big pressure. That's a good stroke. And he wasn't taking a huge risk. It's the smart play. You go straight, somewhere down there. Always back yourself to hit it over the head of someone if they're fielding down there, because it's a short boundary. The good use of the feet. And that one's nasty. He's in trouble, George Bailey. Would have been out. And immediately he's calling for the doctor, the physio. There's something going on with that finger. He might have got an ongoing issue that stems from batting in the T20. But he was gone if that ball hit the stumps.
He might have jammed the thumb into the handle, which is very painful if it is what's happened. You can see his hand coil off the bat. And he was gone. If that hits, that's the end. You can see that's a finger or thumb jammed against the handle, and that hurts.
It's all there, and the field of flavours go. Here we whoa! I tell you what, we've had 3 times in this partnership already where a direct hit might have done for the batsman. This is the tightest of the 3. The other 2 dead certs. George really had to hit the pedal.
This is all a result of that big total earlier today. Australia have got to go for everything, and that's out if he hits. All they need to do, India, here is just turn one of those into a wicket.
Oh no, need to chase that. That's come right off the middle of Stephen Smith's bat.
Oh, there's some runs there. There's no one in that area. That'll run away for 4. Look at the timing there. Got that going with the breeze, but geez, timed that well. And there's the boundary in the over.
And a bit of something different too from Bailey. And he's got enough of it too. Yeah, he has. What about that through extra cover?
Is that gone for 4? That's off the toe of the bat, I reckon. He's got through this a little bit too early. And I thought when he hit it, he's going to get probably 2. It just kept rolling away.
Well, out of the back of the commentary box came good shot from Kevin Peterson, whose famous reverse on drive off Scott Steyer has disappeared into the stands. 2 for 112, 198 needed from just inside the 30 over mark. A change in the field here, going to 4 offside and 5 leg side. Very unusual. 50 for George Bailey. That's what matters right now. A very competent innings. And he looks like a man who's just setting out on his work.
George Bailey reverse sweeps there and plays an absolute beaut of a shot. People would say it's risky. I say it's the modern way. Beautiful shot by George Bailey.
Yeah, look, he's a superb short form player. He's been batting very nicely in the Big Bash, and back in Australian colours he's batting with that form that he's shown us in the domestic competitions. Steve Smith is on 49, and that'll be 50. I don't think you're going to see too much of a celebration here. New Australian captain. It's a big run chase. There's acknowledgement there, but the job is not done. Bailey smacks it out of the park. Terrific stroke. As easy as you like.
A strength of George Bailey. One of his first scoring shots was the 6 straight down the ground off Rohit Sharma. They needed to break the shackles, and he's done exactly the same here. But this is the key to manipulating a cricket field.
Waiting for that ball to smash it to the boundary. There it is. There it is for Smith.
Something's telling me we're calling for a fast bowler. I think Umesh Yadav, he's bowled 3 overs for 11. The spinners are definitely not doing the job for MS Dhoni here, so hopefully he's calling the big man. He'll come on after this over.
Go all the way. Another one down the ground. Gee, it's smart batting. And he's just gone up a gear there, Steve Smith.
Smashed away. It's a short and pretty ordinary delivery, and it got the full treatment from George Bailey. Away through the offside. You cannot give a player of Steve Smith's class that sort of width.
And also that sort of length. And it was the width and the length that allowed Steve Smith just to pounce on the back foot.
No one there. Field awareness always been magnificent from Steve Smith. Ball's just drifted onto his pads and he's helped himself.
Yeah, bleeding runs once again, so Australians going about their business nicely, and Stephen Smith, a bit of a top edge. He's certainly running downhill with the breeze. What is a lightning fast whacker outfield. Always going to be full.
Early call of 2. That's going to test the young man out in the boundary. Sran on debut, and they come back for a second. Very, very good cricket. 200 up for the loss of just 2 wickets. Single. He might come back. He's going to come back. George Bailey goes to 100. Wonderfully played.
Well, that's in the gap. The 2 men were hovering 2/3 of the way to the boundary, and they've been caught out. Hit it hard into the gap. It's so quick the outfield, you will get 4, and that takes him to 96 now, Steve Smith. Walks across his stumps. He doesn't care where his stumps are. He knows how to rack up hundreds. That's his second against India in 3 knocks.
No, it's very special. And the combination with Bailey has been ruthless. So the equation now, required run rate, 6.84. They need a further 81 from 71 balls remaining, Australia.
Slashed into the gap. Really good. The bad balls are coming. No matter how close your huddle is, you've got to do it.
Well, Australia should get home from here. Look at the batting to come. Maxwell, Marsh, Wade, Faulkner. And all of a sudden, things are just looking easier for the batting side.
Well, he looks as cross as I've seen him and has done for a few overs now.
Backs away, slams it through.
It's a thickish inside edge. And it races down the ground.
Been off the mark this over, Umesh Yadav. The first 4 to be hit was short and wide. Now it's full and straight. I think it's a pretty good ball. He wasn't to know Steve Smith was going to try that. That's another good ball, and he gets hurt again. Slashing inside edge, misses the stumps, and it's 14 off the over. 2 for 2 for 2. Oh, here we go. The bowler decelerated in his follow-through because he knew Smith was coming back at him.
Well, what's Smith doing? He's just said, well, let's get this done. Let's just finish this off, Australia. He has just opened up the shoulders.
Yeah, I think there's quite a statement here from Steve Smith. It's kind of almost, you're not worthy. You can make 300 against us and we're going to win by a mile. Don't worry about that. It's dismissive, it's contemptuous, it's a message.
Oh, Steve Smith's found some leverage.
Wow, that was straight at us. That is a blow. A massive blow. Do you think he's continuing the statement?
Mate, this is a press conference.
It's extraordinary batting. We've seen some incredible batting today.
Yeah, I mean, it's a... Oh, that's a beautiful little stroke in complete contrast to the one a couple of balls ago. I think it's a... it's kind of a message of, you know, you squash your opponent. It's you just hammer them into the ground so that getting up next time is even harder.
Oh, out he comes. Good timing and brilliantly caught. Bhuvaneshwar Kumar had a lot to do and made it look easy.
Yeah, well, that's a shame for Bailey. It was so close to being another 6. It took some catching because of the pace it got down to long off. But a startling innings. He's dazzled the crowd here at the Wacker. It comes to an end.
Oh, that's quite a performance to cling on to that. Bailey certainly thought he nailed 6. Anyway, 112 for George Bailey. It's 3 for 263. That's a good stroke. Lovely little shimmy of the feet. Just gave himself enough room, did Glenn Maxwell.
I wonder what the messaging is from Darren Lehmann in this situation. He's been very open about his thoughts on Maxwell and how he doesn't help himself sometimes, gives his wicket away when he doesn't need to.
Oh, go in the air. The fielder's coming around. Catches it. Darwin. And Glenn Maxwell might have an appointment with Darren Lehmann.
Like that then, Michael.
Well, I just wondered whether Lehmann wouldn't go up and say, look, just be there at the end. Don't need you to go out there and play the big hero shots. Just combine with the man who's 100 at the other end. Just walk in, not out. But he's an entertainer as well. He wants to finish the job.
Well, the other point is the game isn't won by any means. Darn good catch by Darwin. The second excellent catch by the Indians out on that long boundary down at the Prendeville stand end of the ground. Maxwell just 6. It's 4 for 273.
Sliced. Can't chase that. Security, can we have that back, please?
Not moving out there, Heels. The long run down there.
Steve Smith is such a competitor. After he's played the stroke, he's then shown with his hand what's happened and gone to chat to the bowler about it there. That's why I'm hitting it, and see?
He's into the youngster, isn't he? He's pumped up.
Obviously timed again, and it's in the gap again. And well, he does well. They'll get 3 still, I reckon. So, down to single figures now for Australia. There's the equation. Last over. Australia just 2 to win. Steve Smith 1 for his 150. Mid-on still back. That's surprising. Need a maiden. India. Maiden to win.
Funnier things have happened, Tubbs, but I just can't see it happening here. Oh,
He's got it.
He's got it! First ball!
There we go. The captain's got to go. He's chipped it straight to Virat Kohli. He's going to depart on 149. Australia still have 2 to win.
Unbelievable. As we said, funnier things have happened, but what a wonderful innings from Steve Smith. He came in at 1 for 10, played an absolutely beautiful captain's knock. Caught by Virat Kohli there as Steve Smith departs the arena. Matthew Wade's going to come in, and the Aussies 5 for 308.
That's a wide. It'll be a wide, that. Yeah, it's a wide. So the scores are level. Still 5 balls left.
That's the worst possible result. The one thing he couldn't afford to do was bowl a no ball or a wide.
He tried the back of the hand. Well, he knew that Fulton was going to try something. Fulton was going to charge him, and I suppose just swing hard and hope to find a gap, or at least get the ball on his body. Here we go, 1 to win. And there it is. Mid on back. I'm surprised to see that. That's a victory for Australia, and what a run chase. The second highest run chase here in Australia to win a match, a one-day match. Steve Smith was superb for 149, as was George Bailey. And Australia go 1-0 up in the series.
After a jittery start when Finch and Warner were both out with the score on 21, Steve Smith and George Bailey played quite superbly. They put on 242 together for the 3rd wicket. Bailey 112, Smith 149. He was out in the final over, and it was left to Marsh and Faulkner to get Australia over the line. Sran bowled beautifully in his first game, 3 for 56 from 9.2 overs. Ashwin a little expensive, but he got a couple of wickets. So Australia comfortable winners, even though it took them till the final over. They never really looked in any trouble. 310 for 5 placed, 309 for 3. A run fest then at Perth. Australia winning by 5 wickets.